Buenos días, estamos con Maryam Salehijam. Ella es de Irán y ha crecido en Canadá. Ahora está viviendo en diferentes países europeos, concretamente ahora está en Bélgica. Está haciendo un estudio comparado sobre la importancia de imponer la mediación en los contratos comerciales. Este trabajo es muy interesante, sobre todo porque hace una comparativa de lo que ocurre en los diferentes países. Y ella nos va a comentar en qué consiste su trabajo. How are you working on your PhD? What is it about, and why did you came to the conclusions that you're working on?
First of all, I would like to thank the World Mediation Summit for the opportunity to present my research here. I started my PhD a year and a half ago at Ghent University in Belgium. My PhD focuses on commercial parties' agreement to submit their future or current disputes to mediation. Now, the reason I carry out this research is because across jurisdictions in Europe and outside, the parties end up litigating about the agreement that they've concluded to go to mediation. Because at times, one party doesn't want to do the mediation, or they go to arbitration and afterwards want to annul the arbitral award due to the fact that they hadn't mediated prior. Now, the reason I'm doing this research is I want to clarify when such agreements are valid and when they're enforceable, so that when parties conclude these agreements, they have more clarity about their effect, because currently the negative effect that they have, which is the litigation, prevents commercial parties from agreeing to mediation. This is a problem for the growth of mediation. And we can see that in countries like Spain, where they're not familiar with mediation, so they don't agree to go to it, and all disputes end up in courts. And I think this is a problem because the courts are slow, they're expensive, and there are many disputes that could be resolved amicably. So I'm hoping that European countries learn from countries outside Europe, such as the USA and Singapore and Australia, that mediation can really help the courts and the people get to solutions faster and more efficiently.
Thank you. That's very interesting. And how do you see mediation in Spain so far?
Unfortunately, Spain is one of those countries where there's no culture for mediation. So when parties hear about mediation, they're often skeptical or simply against it. Now, to counter this effect, we need to look at the law and the framework. And I truly believe that if we introduce a framework that slightly forces the parties to consider mediation, we can have a growth in mediation. This was the case in the US, where the slight forcing of the parties resulted in a culture for mediation. And this will help not only the parties, but also the country in saving money and resources when it comes to cases.
Yeah, they will be like maybe like in Italy, like they.
Like in Italy, yes. And there is studies that have proven that forcing mediation is not bad for the mediation itself. So forcing parties into the mediation doesn't mean that we're interfering with the principles of mediation.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank
That
you.
will help us.